All right, so we're gonna get into a little bit more about how to get the most out of Soundswitch, and in hopes that I can help you out. So when you're in the Soundswitch screen and you have everything connected properly, please ensure that your USB cables are connected to the correct universe, DMX universe, because mine was not working properly. Obviously, it was my fault, my mistake. And yeah, once I checked everything, I mean, all my cables are new, whatever. My lights are new. This is new. I started everything from scratch here, and I practically readdressed all of my lights because I went ahead and configured them here to something that, eventually I'm going to end up changing a little bit. I can move these a little bit and all that good stuff. So right now everything's basic. I am just messing around with it, getting the feel of it again with all these lights. And one of the things that a lot of people have issues with when they first auto script is that everything is basic. You don't know anything because you have not been explained to correctly, or whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna do a little bit of something with you. First of all, you're gonna want to make sure that everything is DMX addressed correctly. Everything. I'm talking about, you have to do the daisy chain however you're gonna do it. It's basically a daisy chain. You can do this with the wireless ones, I think. I will eventually get me some wireless stuff and go to work, go to town. Well, anyways, after running my DMX daisy chain, that's how I inserted everything in the DMX universe. You have to know all of your fixtures information so that you can enter the correct address. All of my addresses are different. You can run all of them on the same address if it's the same fixture. Like I could put address these 34 all across, and it's gonna do whatever one does, all of them is gonna do it in the master slave configuration. The same thing for the bars, mega bars, lasers, derbies, movers. The only thing is that these movers will not do the same as these because obviously they're different name brand, whatever. These are my U-Kings. They're pretty cool. They got the light strip and all that, whatever. So lights are lights. These ones also is a U-King. It's a little laser, slash wash. It's got a bunch of cool stuff in it. The only thing is that Soundswitch, since this is fairly new, I barely told them to introduce this to the library fixture. So if you ever get this model, just look it up under Stage Entertainment. And this is the only one that's going to come out of there. It's called the Butterfly King. And then obviously the American DJ 50 RGB RC bars, mega bars. These are generic LED, 36 LEDs is what these are called, and what they would be found in the lighting fixtures. These are my Epsilon mini quad beams, 12 channels. It's two modes, 12 and 10. They're in there. I don't know if it's because of me or not, but whatever. They have the Chauvet Derby X 7 channel revisited, whatever. And the rest of the good brand, like American DJ and all that, Chauvet, they've got tons of fixtures of those, and they're going to be up there. Mind you that all the fixtures, the majority, they're going to come from where you get these generic fixtures, if you didn't know. So all this trash talking about China or whatever, a lot of the shit that we use from here in America in our daily lives that are supposedly American made, they really aren't. It's just a name. Sorry to say. I'm born and raised here in Dallas, Texas since '72, and yes, I love my country. And sometimes it pisses me off because, like, even going through something with T-Mobile, it's like you don't want to be that racist asshole, but it's like, shit, we're in America, let me connect me to somebody that knows what's going on in our country instead of way out there in the Middle East or France or whatever, and they don't understand you, you can't understand them regardless if they do know how to speak English. And without further ado, let's go to Soundswitch. In Soundswitch, you're gonna want to go and to get to here, you're gonna want to go to MIDI. Once you get into MIDI, all of these is gonna pop up. And here we want to go to static loops, which brings to this table back here. Right now I'm programming my static loops 1 and 2. Right now I'm at 3. This is disco ball, stage left. I'm gonna go with y'all with the right. So here, to start making movements, since I'm gonna start with my movers, I'm gonna go ahead and select position, stage right. If you do the through, they're just gonna do whatever the hell they want for all of them. And that's not what you want. So for you to get the best out of Soundswitch, you have to be familiar with this, and I'm gonna help you. I don't believe that I was doing any strobing, and if I was, maybe it was just, my mini quad beams, maybe. No, we're not gonna strobe. We're not gonna strobe. Okay, so how the hell? Alright. So, you don't ever want to get both of these like I did right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put the intensity up there. Just to have it, just for the sake of this tutorial video. Like I said, we're not gonna strobe. Okay, so I picked both of them. Those are my movers that are right here. This one and that one. I'm just gonna go ahead and, this is the gobos. I'm gonna put them all the way, my light strip all the way. You don't do the auto mode because, then that's gonna defeat the purpose of you doing whatever you're doing, I believe, because I've already tried all this crap. The pan tilt, I think I did it kind of slow, so we just leave it there for now. Just to be on the safe side, let me see where the percentages are at. We'll leave it there, it's okay. The pan tilt running, that's basically whenever you start seeing some of your lights kind of twinkle and twinkle. It's like twitch and twitch. If you have this by accident selected, that's what it's gonna do. The only other reason that it would twitch is because something is wrong. It's DMX wrong, or you have a bad cable connected wrong somewhere. Again, we're not gonna strobe, not on these. If I do any strobing, I'll see. Here, the speed, I'm gonna do it kind of slow. I'm gonna have to go back to my left and basically try to copy my left. So I'm not gonna mess with that right now. I'll come back to it. So anyways, one by one, we're gonna wanna do the position. So since we're doing stage right, I'm facing this, so I'm gonna be behind my truss. So basically my right's gonna be that way. So my lighting fixtures, I'm gonna make them point in that direction. The movers, the moving heads. So to do that, bam, you click on edit positions and all of these come up. And when you do this for the stage left, right now they're set, to go disco ball. I think that was the last thing that I remembered. We're gonna go here for right. Here's my left. This is where the left was at. And then here's how you can tell that you've done something. If I go to disco ball, my movers were placed wherever I placed them because, I'm guessing that, it's going up. These will actually be a little bit elevated higher. And I've got them all at angle. Like imagine there's a disco ball in the center, and that's why these look the way that they look. And if I click stage left, bam. My movers are facing to my left. Right now they're to my right, but to the left. To the left, to the left. And mind you, I'm probably gonna end up moving some of my pars, so like here, for instance, they'll be in the way. That's not a big deal. But yeah, I got them facing towards the left. So what I wanna do now, make them face the other way, which would be stage right, which is where we're going to begin the new positioning. So here, we picked the stage right. We're about to move this gobo. Let me see which one it is. And if you see me moving this up and down on the Cartesian plane, you see this happening. So we wanted to move stage right is what I said. And I think I am satisfied there with that being my right. Now, we're gonna go and do the same for all the rest, my movers. You pick and choose, and there you go. So according to this, my movers, they should move this way. Let's see, no. All right, so these I'm gonna have to move up the other way because they're positioned a little more different. So you can see my movers is moving, and I'm gonna go ahead and move it this way and leave it there. I'll move my other quad beam about the same area. And then my other quad beams, the same. The other one the same, just in the general vicinity. And then last but not least, my mini quad beam over there on the other side should be about the same. Let me unplug my iPhone and let's see. Okay, I need to move it a little bit further down. And I think that should satisfy the position. And yes, it's almost straight. A straight shot right. All the movers are facing towards the right direction, my right hand side. Okay, so let's continue. And once I'm satisfied with those, then we click apply. Bam. And if you want to do any special stuff, then that's when you come in here and you start moving whatever you're going to start moving. Like I said, I don't recall that I was doing any strobing on these. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, okay. I go to my, well, yes, I'm doing strobing. I can see strobing. And let me see. Okay, there's a little bit of strobing in just these two pars. Now, you know what? We don't gotta do any strobing. We'll just leave it like that. We don't want no strobing whatsoever. Whenever you do the stage left or whatever, you don't want to cause attention to anything. So in my stage left cues, pans, tilt was not too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture of it. Speed was at 55. And I'm gonna just try this out, you know. If I'm not satisfied with the primary and secondary speeds, I'm gonna go ahead and do something else and just keep on creating light shows and mess with it. So, okay, everything seemed to be satisfied. Everything was functioning the way it should. Speed on my pars is 50. The primaries at least. The secondaries were at 10. And I think the mega bars program at 250. Okay, cool. All right, so back to stage left. Go to edit. And let me go ahead and configure these. And let's see if I remember correctly what it is. Yeah, the pan tilt on these was not too bad. RGB, the intensity, I wanted it high. I'm gonna want them all high. Okay, so okay, all right. Programs, I had them all the way, both of them. This one's as well. Mode. Color macro. My mode speed for these ones I think was at 55. For my primary pars. These ones are at 10, my secondary pars. And you have to go through all of this stuff to get the most out of Soundswitch. If you don't go through all this, even though a bunch of people might be thinking, oh man, this is painstaking, it's too much work, too much time, trust me, it's worth it. You'll have the crowds wild. The speeds for my movers, I think I had them at 25. I didn't click on special, I don't think, or did I? Okay, yes, special. No, we don't want to do special because then it's not going to follow the protocol. I'll show y'all. If I click on special on one of my moving heads, this is what's going to happen. See, it's just doing its own thing, so no. We'll do special on another occasion for something else. So my movers for the secondary, I'm gonna have them move a little slower, right behind the primaries. Sort of like a chase, I guess. Let's see, what speed was that? 15 and 25. And then 25. All right, so that's almost done. The butterfly clean intensity all the way. I don't think we were strobing on this. I'm gonna go ahead and pick the mode. Laser all the way so I can get the best of all the colors. Whenever I'm auto scripting or something like that, I mean, if it does the randomization, then it's cool. It'll end up doing whatever it needs to do. Click on this for my derby. I don't think I was strobing, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the function on it. And that's it. Everything is set up. So if I go to 2, there it is. 2. See all my movers, they moved. That's stage left. This is right. Okay. This is my disco. All right. Now let's see if we can do something with disco, because I saw that my pars and stuff, they're not all lighting up. The mega bars, they're doing stuff. I mean, they should be. Okay, here it is. That's why. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that for the outside. Now right now I'm thinking, when I do the disco ball, I don't want to take away from it. I think that would be a little too much for the disco ball. You screw people over. I don't think I want to do that. The same thing over there. Yeah. I'm just messing around with the colors a little bit. This is gonna be the secondary pars. Still trying to debate the intensity level of both of my pars are rather high. So now, let me see, do we shut the mode off for both of my pars? For disco ball. When I light up on my mini quads, they're gonna light up no matter what. Probably white out, but we'll leave the disco ball like that. I like it to be like that. Let's see what I did for this one. Function, okay, so bam. All right, so now we go to our 4th position, and y'all can take it from there.